David Train with you again in a robotaxi. I know, I might just change this to DavidTrainMic instead, except for, no, it's still going to be trains. And that's because Xiongan is where I'm at right now. And Xiongan has an interesting rail story because the first Xiongan area kind of railway station opened in 2015, I think, late 2015. And it was on the Beijing to Tianjin railway, which was slowest speed, about 200 to 250 kilometers per hour. And back then, the authorities of Beijing did not even think about a potential Xiongan new area. It was just simply a relief line to basically let trains going between southern China and northeastern China have an easy access route direct to the northeast. They pretty much nothing about Xiongan back in the day, and so to have, you know, the two stations plucked in the middle of nowhere, Beiyangdian and Baigo, is really kind of odd when you come to think about it.
列车前方停车站是白沟站。
Ladies and gentlemen, the next station is Baigou Station.
So yes, so certainly it's not the kind of Xiongan mega station we see today. In fact, when you take a look at Xiongan right now, it is an enormous station built for the future with well over, a dozen more platforms. By contrast, Beiyangdian and Baigo stations, they were the older ones. They had merely two platforms, and nobody was even aware this would be the main stations first opened in this part of China, Xiongan. So it basically won a national lottery or something like that, and suddenly these two stations were like, wow, we were here first before Xiongan Station opened in late 2020. Now, the first and most immediate thing you'll note is at Xiongan Station, it is huge, absolutely enormous, and it appears empty. I'll be honest, it is relatively empty, except for it's been built with the future in mind. Think about it. Xiongan Station will host not just a Beijing to Xiongan intercity railway, which goes by way of Daxing Airport, but it will host the Beijing to Hong Kong route, which goes by means of, I think it's a bit more further east than the Wuhan line today, a bit more Nanchang, and it's going to host another line going further southwest. That line goes to Xinzhou and Shanxi and Shanxi provinces. Think about it, that line is actually on the routing which could even take it right across the border into Laos. So we're thinking about a real cross-border journey which could start at Xiongan railway station in the not too distant future, as these two lines are expected to be completed within the next 1 or 2 years, in fact. For Xiongan main station, there is one design element which I really, really love. The fact that you can clear, ticket, ID and security check on the very same level and go straight to the gates. Now, I've been, through to some other stations. Very few stations I've been to actually let you clear all three ticket, ID, security on the same level and go straight to the ticket gates. So 1 minute saved is 1 minute, sooner to the train. And for someone who values efficiency, that's a big thing at the main Xiongan station. So it's one design aspect which I think they got really right for people really in a rush. And I hear people say this all the time, Xiongan has been built for the future, but nothing's happening. Well, take a look at another city in Hebei. Xiongan, by the way, is in the province of Hebei, Shijiazhuang, the provincial capital. That station started in the late 1980s and 1990s as an old station with probably just 5 platforms. It's been tested beyond its limits, and today is a 24-platform station, which is enormous in its own right. And they've, by the way, just opened up the vastly expanded Shijiazhuang North Railway Station as well, adding a new hall up further north. So it just goes to prove that if you connect the railways to the right places, you're going to get very busy stations indeed. And again, everyone's like, Xiongan is this place in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like saying, well, actually, they're not just going to get more rail connections, but they're going to get the metro as well. This one in future could even go as further southwest to Baoting East Railway Station. So that's a regional link, which really makes a lot more sense. There's a lot of excitement, when you get a new metro line, simply because you save time and you're not trapped in these horrendous traffic jams. And I know this going back in 2007, when Beijing opened up Line 5 from Tiantongyuan all the way down to Songjiazhuang, was a big moment, and that indeed actually got me started in the world of trains.